Hi. So we're all here because of the news of war, right? It's not something that we all want. Nobody wants to be in war, except for a few people maybe who enjoy such. But we are not that. We don't want anyone hurt. We don't want anyone killed. It's just so unsettling. It brings us a lot of feeling of fear for our loved ones, anger for those who caused this, frustration for the systems that aren't working. It's not just what we want for ourselves, for the people around us, and for the entire humanity. But it's also something not new. We had a different news of war a few months ago. It started, you know, and last year it was different one, another country, and a year ago we had that one of Palestine versus Israel, Ukraine versus Russia, the war in Myanmar. So it's not like it's something new, and it always raises this difficult feelings inside of us that we have to deal every now and then. And I'm such a person who feels deeply, and right now I feel a lot of grief and a lot of fear again, um, which is something that I felt every time there's a news of something like this. And I've come to some tools that could help me go through this situation. And I know that you're also helpless. We are helpless because we want to be able to help to anyone who's suffering this time or in the middle of this conflict, or we want to offer something that would stop whatever is happening, but we don't know how to give. We don't know how to extend our help. And that's a very strong feeling of grief. It brings us, or it gives us a strong feeling of grief, especially if you're someone who feels deeply, someone who has a lot of empathy within themselves. And I do understand that a lot. And right now, I'm also grieving, and I'm also fearful of someone I love. I don't want them to be drafted in this war and go to war. They're such a nice person to be able to experience such horrific situation or such horrific environment. You probably know a person or two who might go through this, and you don't want it, and that's why you're so fearful, and also that's why you're so angry and so frustrated. And we all share the same feeling. And when we are overcome with strong feelings, our energy gets sucked, and we tend to isolate ourselves, or cope through drinking, cope through smoking. There's just no energy coming out from us. We are not able to extend help, nor are we able to do something for ourselves or for the immediate people around us that are serving them well. And it's self-catastrophizing to be swimming in these different kinds of emotions. And what I learned from my journey through getting over my emotionality, what I learned at work is mindfulness and meditation. And you don't have to sit long hours, or you don't have to go to a meditation center or things like that. What we can do right now is really be aware of what we are feeling, what's sucking our energy, and we all share the same feelings right now that's draining our energy. And how do we get through this? how do we move forward? How do we regain our energy so that we are able to offer help coming from full energy, not from something that's a raging energy that we project outside our world. And there's a very good tool that is very ancient and that's always practiced, and probably you're practicing it already. And maybe this video is just a reminder for you to take a deep breath, align yourself to your present moment, to what's happening right now, to your sensations. Our emotions and our thoughts could bring us to several places, to several situations, and to things that aren't within our control, and that's what making us helpless. What is within our control right now is our own present moment. It's to go back to that breathing. And for me, if I notice things right now, I'm sitting down here, I'm breathing, I'm talking, I could feel the soft sofa or the cool wind from the air conditioner, and my environment is relatively peaceful. And I'm very thankful for this moment because I could sit this way and be present at this moment to, to rediscover what is here right now. I'm not in the middle of war, thankfully. And coming back to my own context, to my own situation, to the sensations, and to my breathing, brings me back this energy. I'm still in a relatively peaceful environment right now, and I could generate energy from this. It gives me so much energy. It's not even a conscious or controlled decision in my mind. It naturally gives me that, you know, moment of action, moment of doing something, compared to when I think of the war and when I attach to the emotions that, engulf that situation. So if you're feeling helpless right now, remember to go back to your breathing, to go back to your sensations, notice colors and stuff like that. And remember that emotions as well as situations are just passing by. You don't have to attach to them right now, because the more you feed the anger, the more you identify with the hatred, the more it expands and the more it, sucks a lot of your energy. And it's, instead of doing something good for your colleague later, maybe you'll be triggered because you are such in this emotional state. And so for this moment, I'd like to offer a little bit of practice just for a short moment. You can close your eyes and you can open your eyes. This is just a short moment of being present with me and with your own stillness. So take 3 deep breaths. And for a few moments, breathe naturally and just notice where your breath is, whether it's in your chest or it's in your nose or it's in your throat. Okay, so you can come back right now, and while doing that, you can do an extended practice later. While doing that, you probably noticed your mind wandering away, or it has an object to think about. That's very natural. But the very practice of coming back to your breathing is what focus means what focus means. And this is something that you can do whenever you are triggered with something, to come back to this present moment of stillness, because you want to offer peace rather than agitation that's inside of you, that's caused by the thought of the war or feelings of anger or feelings of hatred and things like that. So let's be mindful of the kind of feelings that we build in our surroundings, even in our own homes. We want to come home in a peaceful environment, and if you're if you're letting that out every now and then that's the kind of energy that surrounds you. So um, that's a very practical way for you to be able to be of help in this situation right now. Be present, be mindful, and be aware, and always come to the stillness inside of you to be able to um, offer peace amidst this war. I'll see you later.